Hey guys, Novel Bullshit here, welcome back to our channel, and today we have Assassin for our next tier list on Guild Wars 1. So I'm excited to do Assassin. It's not a class I played much. I played it a bit in PvE. I played it more in PvP back in the day, but recently I haven't done much of it. So bear with me. I might not do the best one on this, but you know, if you disagree, you can always write in the comments. You can always say Nova, this is A, this is S+, and this one's definitely F. So yeah, let's get right into it, starting with this first skill. Right, so we got this first one here, and I believe this one's Assassin's Promise. Yeah, Assassin's Promise. Now let's just open this up on my other screen. Assassin's Promise is an elite hex spell, 5 to 15 seconds. You gain 5 to 20 energy, and all your skills recharge if your target foe dies. 5 energy, 3/4 cast time, 45-second cooldown. Now, the cool thing about this spell is if the foe dies, this skill actually recharges itself, which is pretty cool. It means that it can actually just, well, recharge itself, help itself, keep on going. A lot of skills, when they recharge, sometimes they don't recharge the same skill, but this one does, which is really cool. You get quite a lot of energy at 15, 20. If you get to 20, you get 25. Now, Assassin doesn't need energy too much, but there are instances where if you're spamming a lot, definitely in PvE, you may need a bit more energy. So this one could definitely work, and it recharges all your spells. So if you have really long-lasting strong skills or spells that you want to just recharge, this will definitely help you out of that. Energy is low as well, so I think this one is actually pretty good. I would actually put this maybe in a B or an A. I'm thinking I'm going to put in this B right now because I don't think energy is that useful. But the good thing about this spell is whenever your target foe dies, right? So as long as within the 15 seconds at 15 they die, it doesn't matter how they die, they just have to die. And then when they die, everything resets. So to be honest, this is actually really good because it just helps you keep your energy really high and just keep all your skills up. So I think, yeah, straight away, we got an A, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, next we got Assault Enchantments. Assault Enchantments, it's just an elite skill. Removes all enchantments. Must follow a dual attack. Okay, 5 energy, quarter cast time, 8-second cooldown. And as you can see, yeah, it must follow dual attack, which is alright, it's pretty good. Now, where did this go? Now, removing all enchantments can be pretty strong, and it's got low energy, but how often do monsters in PvE have like a lot of enchantments? Like, just remember guys, this tier list is mainly towards PvE. I'm not going to rate them on PvP. I'm only going to rate the PvP versions based on PvP. And interesting enough, Assassin, I think, is the class that has the least amount of PvP versions of elites. Maybe the balance of this class, I think they got it right. And maybe they did. I haven't played the most in PvE, and I'm actually quite interested in trying out in PvE actually. Maybe I'll play more of my Assassin. I only did it for farming. I haven't actually did it to actually play the game. So that might be fun. Now, removing all enchantments. Yeah, there's not many opponents that have a lot of enchantments on themselves like that. They normally just spread them about, so maybe this one isn't as interesting. At first I was thinking it could be B and C, but now I'm thinking for the PvE setting, this one could actually be a D or an E. Right now I'll leave it in D, because I mean, removing enchantments can be good. There might be certain situations where you just want to remove everything, but this isn't unblockable. This is not unblockable. So if they've got any type of, you know, guardian or anything to stop you from damaging them, this isn't going to do anything. So that's one thing. A lot of the removing enchantments, sometimes they do have, you know, unblockable, remove stances, they have unblockable, but not this one. So that's one thing to bear in mind. That's just one thing to bear in mind. Alright, next we got Aura of Displacement. It's an elite enchantment spell. Shadow steps to target foe. End effect, return to original location. So it's, you have to sustain this one. 1 resource of energy, 10 energy, quarter cast time, 20-second cooldown. Now, I don't know if this one has a range. This one could be really good in Pacific boss situations. Very good for engaging. If you need to like get a lot of people in hard mode. Like I remember people run this skill in, what dungeon is it? I think it's the Deep. And you probably might be able to use an Urgot's Wastrel or something like that. I can't remember what that one's called. Probably, I definitely know that's the wrong name actually. But this skill is definitely really good in those type of situations where you just need to lure and bring a lot of enemies back and then keep alive. But apart from the Deep, I don't know where else you're going to use this. DOA, no, I doubt it. I doubt you need to really lure that efficiently in DOA. So I'm thinking this one, when it works well, but I don't think it's like the most amazing spell. That's why I'm keeping it in C. It has its niches. The energy is not too high. It's like averagely high. And the cooldown's 20, which is pretty standard for Shadow Steps. So returning back to your original location is really cool though. It allows you to do very interesting stuff. So I do like the skill overall. Beguiling Haze. Never even knew the skill existed. Elite spell. You shadow step to this foe. Inflict daze condition 3 to 9 seconds. If you get to 20, you get 11 seconds, which is quite long. 15 energy. Wow, that's quite a lot. Quarter cast time, 20-second cooldown. Like I said, shadow steps are normally 20. But this is a daze. Daze are great. You know, PvE, get in, kill the boss, kill anyone who's high priority. It's got a good engage as well. It's got very high energy, which maybe it stops it from being, you know, an A. Typically, it's something that you're going to use once a fight. You're going to get in, you're going to, you know, kill stuff, and then wait until the next fight. But if you use this on a monk in PvE, in hard mode, or a high priority target that you just want dead, dazing them and being already in their face just to do more damage is very good, very good. So that's why I'm thinking this is a B. The application is just very nice. From here, we'll kind of see where it goes. Maybe it'll go higher, maybe not. But I'm quite happy where it is right now. Now, Dark Apostate. It's an elite enchantment spell. 3 to 17 seconds. Your critical hits remove an enchantment. Removal cost. Lose 10 to 4 energy, or Dark Apostate ends. 10 energy, quarter cast time, 15-second cooldown. Pretty cool and creepy icon here, but I do like it. Now, according to the wiki, at rank 14 of critical strikes, and using Crit Eye, that spell that allows you to get more energy when you crit, you basically have no energy loss with the skill. Because when you crit, you're going to get energy. And at that point, when you're at 14, 4 energy loss? So you're basically not really using anything at that point because of all the crit you can do and all the energy you can get back. So it's pretty useful. Honestly, it's pretty useful. Being able to remove enchantments that quickly and crits, I guess it's just all tied into the crits. How often can you crit? Assassins crit quite well. They crit quite high. And this just allows you to really rip enchantments on as many foes throughout the fight. Like, if you think about the other one, that was one that just removes it on one opponent, but this one allows you to just pretty much attack whoever, and whoever you're attacking you can just remove from, which is quite nice. So it just sticks with you for the whole fight, and also it actually lasts for the whole duration. I mean, at 15 you get 17 seconds, so that's 2 extra seconds for this skill, which is really good. So I'm thinking it's an A. Actually, I'm thinking it's an A. Is it better than this first one, Assassin's Promise? Maybe not, but it's definitely up there. Now, this is quite a big one for farming. Flashing Blades. It's elite stance. 5 to 30 seconds. You have a 75% chance to block while attacking. Block effect. 5 to 20 damage to your attacker. 10 energy, 30-second cooldown. Now, 15, yep, you do 20 damage. At 21, you do 26. So it does go up, not too much crazy. But this pretty much lasts the whole duration when you're at 15. So that's like the sweet spot. Now, if you're farming or just fighting a lot of definitely against melee people, it's to your attacker. So you're just attacking your attacker. On block effect. So as the more people you're attacking, the more blocks you get back, the more damage you're doing to them. And if you have other ways to increase your blocking, so the way that blocking works and the way that mitigation of percentages work, they don't stack up. So if you have one that has 25% and this one has 75%, you're not going to get 100%. What happens, it hits both barriers. So first it will hit the, I don't know what order, but first it will try to do the 75% one. If it blocks it, great. If it gets through, it will then do the 25% one. If it gets through that one, well, then you're going to hit. If it blocks it, then great. That's how it works. From my head, at least from what I remember. It's like different gates as you go along. If you have more ways to stop yourself taking damage, then yeah, that's great, you know. Wait, is that really how it works? Yes, I just looked in the wiki and yeah, it's right. It doesn't stack and there is no cap, but it doesn't stack. So it goes through each level, which is pretty cool. It's like a layer, it's like an onion. It's like Shrek. In that case, I think this one's an A, or maybe even S, probably an A. I think it's right here, up here. It's very strong skill. It can probably go into S. It's just very useful. And synchronizes with Assassin very well, because you have a lot of blocks, and this just allows you to do a lot of damage in farming and situations. Assassin is one of the most famous classes for farming. Dervish starts to get more important later on in farming, because people realize how busted Dervishes are, definitely after their changes, but Assassin were the original farmers. Well, not the original. The original farmers since Fraction came out. Yeah, that's how I'm going to put it. Now, it seems like Assassin have a lot of promises. Fox's Promise. Elite enchantment spell. 5 to 20 seconds. I'm thinking all of the promises are enchantments. Your dagger attacks are unblockable. Ends the next time you fail to hit. 10 energy, 1 cast time, 20-second cooldown. So this lasts for the whole duration at 15, which is pretty good. So apparently this also fails if you fail your attack by doing your dagger attacks in the wrong order. Now this spell on paper, I mean, is really good. I mean, unblocking, great. Like, there's not much ways to unblock, which make it probably go to A or even an S in some situations. But maybe A, because finding NPCs who are going to be blocking a lot isn't in every single fight. It does happen quite often throughout every campaign. But the main issue that actually comes to the skill is it ends on fail to hit. And there's so many ways to fail to hit. There's dodge, there's blind and missing. There's so many ways. And that makes it a bit harder to really categorize the spell. That's why it makes me want to put it into this one, into B. Because it's awesome, but there's just so much melee hate in PvE. With blocking, and we're not blocking this situation, in blinds and dodging and all this stuff. Sometimes you're just going to miss. Honestly, you're just going to miss, and this is going to fail, and then it's just going to be stripped. And then you have to wait until it comes back. But it's a good skill. It's definitely good. Maybe I'll put it on top of... No, I think this Daze is pretty good. I think the Daze is really good, actually. So I'll leave it there for now. I think this is Oxus, I think. Nope, I was wrong. Golden Skull Strike. Does that even look like a skull? That looks like an ox head. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just an idiot. Okay. Elite offhand attack. Inflicts Daze condition 1 to 5 seconds. No effect unless you're enchanted. Okay, interesting. 10 energy, 50-second cooldown. I think the other one is kind of better, to be honest. This one has decently high energy, 10 for an assassin. The Daze doesn't last that long, and it's an offhand attack. So you can follow up with more attacks with your dual attack and so on. No effect unless you're enchanted. Now, assassins are enchanted quite often, but still, the situations where they're not enchanted, this is going to be a bit of a problem. I think this one's a C skill. It's alright. I mean, Daze, everyone loves Daze, but single target Daze, which I guess is what you can expect from assassin, but low lasting Daze, long cooldown, 15 seconds. You know, I'd prefer this other one, this Haze one. What was that called again? Beguiling Haze, which lets you shadow step. Daze is for longer. It is more energy, and a bit more cooldown, but I think just able need to get right into the fight and get right into the thick of things is just very useful. So that's why I think is better than that one. So that's why that one here, this skull one, is gonna sit here and see. Hidden Caltrops. Elite Hex spell, 1 to 10 seconds. Causes 50% slower movement. End effect. Inflicts cripple condition 1 to 15 seconds. Your non-assassin skills are disabled. 10 seconds. 5 energy, 1 cast time, 12-second cooldown. Now, I think this is pretty garbage. Slow 50%. I mean, yeah, but there's so many other better slows with other professions in other ways. End effect does a cripple. Yeah, it's more slow. Disables your non-assassin skills. What's up with that? Like, I don't know. I just think this is garbage, honestly. I think this is just a useless skill. No one cares about a cripple that much. 50% slow, but it's like no one really cares that much, honestly. No one really cares that much. I guess the good thing is 50. If you get the cripple and then you do it again on someone with after 50, I think it stacks. Does it stack? Does slowness stack? I think slowness stacks. Okay, I got the information. So when you have skills that stacks cripple or slowness, it only stacks up to 50. So in this instance, since they both say 50, you can't go over 50%. But if one said 20 and the other said 30, it will be 50%. But if there's a certain skill that's over 50, let's say it says 66 or 90%, which there are some skills in Ellie, then yes, it will do them by 90% or 66%, which is pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's why this still stays in F. Because if it was the case where you can stack them and have 100% slowness, then maybe it'll move up to C or B. That would be pretty cool and annoying, but cool. Now, this is a skill I used to use PvP back in the day when I was a scrub, when I was younger. But it's actually not that good. Elite enchantment spell, 10 to 35 seconds. You have plus 50% chance to double strike. No effect unless you're wielding daggers. 10 energy, 1 cast time, 10-second cooldown. Now, double strike just allows you to do 2 hits, which is pretty cool. But obviously, this only works with auto attack, so you have to be auto attacking. Assassins don't really want to auto attack that often. They want to use their spells. I prefer to have ways to keep up my energy with another elite, like Assassin's Promise, that recharges everything, and to spam my spells rather than being able to double strike. It's not very useful. So for me, this one kind of goes down to, I don't know, D or... Did I even say the name of the skill? I don't think I did. Locust's Fury. Yes, Locust's Fury. I think this is like a D or an E. So I'm going to put this in E. I'm double strike, yeah, sure. But I think there's so many other ways you can do stuff where I'd prefer to take mana stuff and spam my spells. If I want to, like, you know, take advantage of it. You're going to need more damage. It's more useful. You get cripple. You get all these other conditions, all these other things that you can do with it rather than just double striking. Like, I don't think that's that great, honestly. I really don't think that's that great. What's got you? Let's have a look. Mark of Insecurity. Very interesting. Elite Hex Spell, 5 to 25 seconds. Causes 1 to 3 health degen. Enchantments and stances expire 30 to 80% faster on target foe. Disables your non-assassin skills for 10 seconds. 5 energy. 1 cast time, 10-second cooldown. This is a pretty cool skill. I don't think there's any other skill that actually does this, that makes your enchantments and stances. I don't think there's any skill that makes your stances expire faster. At 19, you get 4 G-Gem, which is pretty good. This lasts for quite a while. It's on a single foe. There are some important foes you want their stuff to end on faster. Now, one boss in particular, I'm thinking of Shiro. Shiro has a lot of stances. If you're having problems with him, you can throw this on him. I think it would kind of work, right? His stances will just end much faster, so you don't have to worry as much. I think that's a positive, actually. Now, I'm pretty sure there's other situations where there's stances that are annoying and enchantments, but obviously there's a lot of enemies. You can only use this once on one person every 10 seconds. It disables all your other non-assassin elites too, which is a bit of a problem. But I don't imagine assassins really dual profession in too much. If they're on the front lines, that's more maybe if they're doing some interesting spell casts and stuff. Where this is a spell actually, so maybe. And this is in Deadly Arts, which is their more range mage type of setups. Which I remember seeing mage assassins back in PvP. If you guys remember that, throwing that earth attack. I can't remember what the earth attack did though, and why they even did that. But that was quite interesting. Now, where do I actually put this on the tier list? I think it's good. I think it's actually really good. Making things expire faster, which is making me want to put it into A or B. I think right now I'm going to put high B, just because there's not too many monsters I can think of that you'd want to care about making the stances end faster. And it's only one person, right? So you have to really focus on like bosses and stuff like that. But when you find that boss or that situation where you need this is going to be great. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. And in those situations, then yes, it moves up to high A, 100%. Now we're in Dagger Mastery. Moebius Strike. Very good skill. Elite offhand attack. Deals 10 to 35 damage. Goddamn. Recharges all your other attack skills. If target foe's health is below 50%, must follow a dual attack. 5 energy and 2-second cooldown. That cooldown's low. You can spam this. If you can get your rotations right, you can spam this and just make use of all your spells much faster. You might run into energy issues at this point if you're spamming this much, but it helps you do a lot. Honestly, it helps you do a lot. It's strong, helps you reset everything. To be honest, it kind of reminds me of the Assassin's Promise, to be honest. Not too much different, apart from this is an attack. So I'm thinking they're both really good, and I'm actually thinking of just putting them both in A, or maybe they could be moving to S. Maybe both of them moving to S. They're both really, really good. Actually, they're both quite interesting. And this one has a lot of damage, so it's quite nice. Palm Strike. Elite touch skill deals 10 to 65 damage and inflicts critical condition 1 to 5 seconds. This skill counts as an offhand attack. That's pretty nice. 5 energy, 3 force cast time, 7-second cooldown. It's pretty low cooldown. It's pretty good damage. I mean, 65 at 15, at 28 free. That's good damage. Cripple, no one cares about cripple, but it starts with offhand. So this leads you into your combos, which is great. Which is really good, actually, really good. I guess cripple is useless though, so that's what makes me actually think this is a C, actually. Yeah, I think this is a C. I'm just wondering if it's better than this one. Maybe not. Maybe it's a C. Even though it's cripple and this one's got days, I think this one's just really good because it allows you. Does it have days? Let me see. It did have days. I think it's really good because of the damage and it just sets you up into your offhand. It counts as offhand, so it just sets you up into your move, which is pretty cool. And stops things from moving, so you can just, I guess, keep damaging them as you go. So that's my justification. This must be in Dark Deadly Arts, I think. I haven't seen this one before. No, it's not Deadly Arts. What is this one? Oh, it's a crit. Yeah, quick strike. So that makes sense. I haven't really looked at too many of these assassin elites before. Seeping Wounds. Elite half range hex spell. Lasts for 1 to 7 seconds. Target foe moves 33% slower. This foe takes 5 to 25 damage each second while suffering from a condition. 15 energy, quarter cast time, 12-second cooldown. This is pretty good. That damage is quite strong. 25, keep it going at 20 to 32 damage. That's a lot of damage. You just keep them, you know, kind of suffering really. But cripple, I mean, it's not cripple, you're slowing them down. It's not that crazy. 33% fast slow this. It doesn't last for too long, so I'm guessing, you know, 7 times off, even at 19, let's say 7 times 30, that's 210 damage. 210 damage over, that's a good amount of damage actually. On one person though, I think an assassin could just do more just by, you know, in their face doing damage. And this is 15 energy. That's a lot of energy, honestly. That's gonna leave you dry. Assassins don't need to be dry. That's what makes me leave this one in maybe end of C, maybe D. But right now, end of C. Now I think it could be D, just because the energy is way too much actually. The energy is way too much for what this does, in my opinion. Shadow Form. Probably the most famous skill for this class. Elite enchantment spell, 5 to 21 seconds. Any spells cannot target you. Gain 5 damage reduction for each assassin enchantment on you. You cannot deal more than 5 to 25 damage with a single skill or attack. 5 energy, 1 cast time, 30-second cooldown. Now the reason it says that is because they want you to not be able to do damage while this is strictly for running or defending or doing some other type of, you know, objective. Because I mean, if your maximum is 30 damage, even at 20, that's like nothing for an assassin. There's like no way or no point even using this spell, really. You just use this to your team, just a burden with no damage. But what it's good for is runs, farming, and etc. Because you can just tank everything. Spells don't target you. Spells can't do anything to you, and your damage you take itself is going to be reduced so much. If you have 4, 5, if you have 6 assassin enchantments on you, that's 30%. That's 30 less damage. 30 less damage is quite a lot. It means a lot of monsters can't hit you. They can't basically attack you. In hard mode, yeah, they will do damage to you, but you have other things to help up with that. So that's why I think this one goes to S+ straight away. It's just really good. This is very strong. Now the PvP version of Shadow Form. Let's read this one. An elite enchantment spell, 5 to 15 seconds, okay? Hostile spells targeting you fail, and attacks against you miss. End effect, lose all but 5 to 50 health. Wow. 10 energy, 1 cast time, 60-second cooldown. That's pretty crazy, quite unique that it just makes you lose health and then you just end left in something. If you're at 0, be left on 5 health is instant death. But the thing is, even being left at 15 at PvP, 50 health, that is practically instant death. And I doubt you want to stack up that much shadow arts to get to 15. Maybe you want to be at 13. So 44 health, that's like 2 hits, 1 hit. But by some bigger classes like warriors or warriors or rangers or mesmer, hex, you're dead. You're actually just instantly dead. So I think this one's like an F on E, probably E. Nah, F. Losing all that health is just crazy, right? It's just crazy. It just puts you too much in a bad situation for your whole team. Yes, spells can't target you, and you're going to be missed for 15 seconds, which is cool. But after that 15 seconds, you're pretty much useless for the rest of the fight, because this is a 60-second cooldown. There are ways to keep an assassin occupied, and if he doesn't kill someone in that time, that 15-second, that very short duration, he's going to be useless for the whole fight, and it's just going to put a burden on the team. So that's why I put an F. It could be E, maybe. You could argue that, but I'm going to put an F. But if you guys disagree, you know, let me know below and we can talk. We can always talk. I know I didn't know this one because it's no attribute. Shadow Meld, which is this one here. Shadow Meld. Any enchantment spell, Shadow Step to target ally, and effect, return to your original location. -1 upkeep, 10 energy, quarter cast time, 20-second cooldown. Now there are some certain situations in certain content where maybe you do want to teleport to your target ally. Do you want to really return to your original location? I don't know, maybe there could be certain situations, and in those situations it works really well, but I'm struggling to put it above a C, to be honest. I'm thinking like maybe like high C, just because I know there's certain things you'd want to do to target your ally, but I think in most situations you might want to prefer to target your enemy and then go back to your original. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe this is good. Maybe, yeah, maybe let's put a high C. Maybe it is better for you to teleport to your ally and then run to the enemy and then just go back to your original location. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below, guys. I really want to know that one. Shadow Prison. Elite Hex spell. Shadow Step to your target foe. This foe moves 66% slower, 1 to 7 seconds. 10 energy, damn. Core cast time, 25-second cooldown. Now 10 energy is quite a lot just to make them slower. Yeah, you shadow step to them. It's kind of like shadow stepping and cripple them, which we did see someone do that before. Yeah, it's got quite a high cooldown. Even higher than other shadow steps. You know, it's 25, not 20, like some of the other ones. And some of the other ones have better effects as well. It's not really too needed in PvE to slow them down like this. That's what makes me leave like it's a C, maybe like a low C actually, maybe a bit above this one. But shadow step, I mean, helps you get in the fight quicker, and getting in the fight quicker is important for melee classes because rangers, mages, whatever, they're just gonna kill stuff before you even get there. Sometimes if they're that strong and that efficient, so being able to get to the front lines is important. Shadow Shroud, elite hex spell, 3 to 9 seconds. Target foe cannot be targeted of. Target foe cannot be the target of enchantments. 10 energy, 1 second cast time, 20-second cooldown. Now, stopping someone from getting targeted from enchantments pretty much means that they can't be enchanted. Well, yeah. So you could put on someone, and they can't even target themselves. So they cannot put any enchantments. In some instance, that stops enchantments. So I think this one's pretty good in some situations, but how many times do enemies stack up enchantments on a single opponent? Not very. It's very rare. You're not going to see that many enchantments on enemies. You're going to see maybe 2, max 3, but regularly it's just 1 or none. That's what leads me to put this skill in E, because I think it's good. I'm going to put it top of E. I think it's good. It's got applications, but not many, because there's not many situations where you're going to think an enemy is going to be targeted heavily for enchantments. It's just not something you do. Not in PvE. No, it's not something that enemies do. Obviously, we can't do that because we're not enemies. Or at least I'm not an enemy. This is the one that got added in the anniversary Shadow Theft, which is a pretty cool skill. Elite skill. Shadow steps to target foe for 5 to 20 seconds. That foe's attributes are reduced by 1 to 5. And your attributes are increased by 1 to 5. Counts as a lead attack. PvE skill only. 5 energy. Core cast time, 20-second cooldown. So it's got the standard 20 seconds. Low energy of 5. Stealing 5 attributes. Now, 17, you're still 6, which is pretty damn cool. And you also get them to yourself, which just makes you stronger. Makes your enemy weaker and makes you stronger, which is pretty damn good. But yeah, and you just shadow step right in there. It's just a very, very good skill. Be able to keep you in the combat, keep you in a fight, and improve yourself as you go along. That's why I think this one's an S+, actually. I think this one's great. Maybe it could be S, but I think actually S+. I think it's S+. Shadow step in, increase yourself, increase your damage, stop someone else, and this counts as a lead attack. So you can straight away combo into your moveset, which is great. So yeah, S+, come on. Just straight away, just do one of your dual attacks. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a monster of a skill. Shattering Assault. Elite dual attack. Deals 5 to 50 damage. Removes 1 enchantment. Unblockable. Must follow an offhand attack. 10 energy. 6-second cooldown. Now this cooldown's pretty good. It's not too bad actually. Removing this 1 enchantment though. Well, each attack removes enchantments. This is actually a double attack. So that means you're going to remove 2 enchantments. And it should be pretty good damage, actually. It should be pretty good damage. So I think this one is actually not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's alright. I actually put this into a B because of that fact. Somewhere here, being able to remove 2 enchantments every 6 seconds. The energy is quite high at 10 for dual attack. But I mean, 2 enchantments like that on demand, not much setup. Just have to, you know, do your first attack to get into this offhand attack. I mean, you just have to do your offhand attack to follow into this dual attack. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I think it's actually really good. I like good skills. Makes the game interesting rather than reading boring skills. So far, Assassin's very heavy in the middle, which I'm actually kind of happy about because I thought I was going to put way too much NS. I mean, a lot of these skills aren't bad for Assassin. Now, most of the F1s, E1s, and D1s aren't bad. It's just that there's better ones for PvE. In PvP, yeah, they must be great, but not PvE. Shroud of Silence. An elite touch hex spell. 1 to 3 seconds. Target foe cannot cast spells. Your spells are disabled for 15 seconds. Wow. Okay. 10 energy. 3 falls cast time. 30-second cooldown. At 19, it's 4-second duration, which is pretty damn good. Now, where would I put this one? It lasts for quite a while. It doesn't last for too long to stop them from using spells, and it's got a long cooldown, and it disables your spells. What kind of boss would you want to use this on? This is pretty much just a boss thing, but most bosses are gonna last longer than 3 seconds, like 4 seconds max. So I don't know. I don't think the skill is good. I think this is an F. I think this is an F actually. I think it's quite bad. I don't think it's that good. In PvE, it just doesn't last long enough to be useful. PvP, yeah, maybe there's a certain situation where a monk, Ellie, Necro, whoever, they're trying to hit their rotation and you stop them in the tracks. But in PvE, that's not the case. It's just not going to be that useful. It's just not going to be that useful. Siphon Strength. Elite Hex spell, 5 to 20 seconds. Target foe deals -5 to -50 attack damage. You have a plus 33% chance to land a critical hit on this foe. 10 energy, 1 cast time, 10-second cooldown. This is a pretty damn cool skill. At 20, 65% reduction, which is pretty cool. I mean, reducing the damage is great on bosses. You can be hexed, just, you know, say bye-bye damage. That's a lot of damage, helping everyone out. And it increases the self damage so you can do more damage on the person. Yeah, I think this is really good actually. I imagine it's not a skill people are going to take very often, but it just helps take down high priority threats. So I think this one's actually in here. I think it's an A. I think it's a great skill actually. I think it's amazing. Yeah, I very much like this skill. Very much like this skill. Temple Strike. Elite offhand attack. Interrupts a spell. Inflicts daze and blindness condition in 1 to 10 seconds. Must follow a lead attack. 15 energy, 20-second cooldown. Daze is cool, and blindness is cool. It also interrupts the spell. Wow, this actually does quite a lot, actually. Yeah, this is better than I thought, but the energy, 15 energy is a lot. Ugh. 20-second cooldown as well. Yeah, that's the problem. If this was like maybe like 10 energy, this would be like, I don't know, a B or an A. Yeah, it'd probably be an A. If it was 5 energy, I would say, no, okay, 10 energy B, 5 energy A. Could actually be S. It's a really good skill, honestly. It interrupts the spell as well. Is it interrupt? But at the moment, I think maybe it's like a low B. Okay, so maybe at 10 it would have been A, and maybe at 5 it would have been S, because that's crazy. That is pretty crazy. It's just the cooldown. It's kind of long too, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in low B. I think it's pretty good. I think it's just pretty good. I just wish if it was 10 energy for PvE, I mean, come on, 10 energy, I think that's fair. And I think it was 15-second cooldown for lead attack. Because now you have to take 2 lead attacks. Otherwise, oh, I just realized this is an offhand attack. Yeah, so it needs to follow a lead attack. So you need to take more offhand attacks to make up for the fact that this can only be used every 20 seconds. Which I guess is what it is, but that's kind of problematic. Like, if it was a bit lower, I think that would be cool. Maybe like 15. Is it 15 already? No, if it's 20. Maybe it was like 15. That would be cool. I would accept that. But 10 would be great. Alright, Wastrel's Collapse. Never heard of this skill. Elite skill. Shadow Step to target foe. Causes knockdown if target foe is not using the skill. Disables your non-dagger attack skills for 10 seconds. 5 energy. Quarter cast time. 20-second cooldown. Causes knockdown if target foe is not using a skill, but if they're using a skill, it's just a Shadow Step. The 20 cooldown, at least the cooldown is pretty much consistent with most of the other ones. I don't know how I feel about this. There's low energy, which is cool. You can get knocked down, which is great, but I think I'd prefer like a daze or something than a knockdown. But knockdown is universal. Daze only works in melee. I mean, daze only works in mage. Casters, so I think this one's a D though. I think this is somewhere in D. I think it's like here at the bottom of D. I would like it for what it does. The knockdown, I think if the cooldown was lower or knockdown, I think that'd be great. If it was 15, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I like that. But it's also if they're not using the skill. So if they are using the skill, you're just teleporting for what? As an elite, which is a bit crazy. There's so many elites that let you teleport and then let you do other stuff too. So I'm not. Yeah, I think D is perfectly fine with this skill. Ooh, a skill I like quite a lot. Way of the Assassin. It's an elite stance, 20 seconds. While wielding daggers, you attack 5 to 20% faster and have plus 5 to 35% chance to land a crit. 5 energy, 12-second cooldown. This is pretty damn cool. It lasts for 20 seconds, so it's going to be above this, above your 12 seconds. At 20, you get 25% attack speed, plus 45% crit, which is quite a lot. You know, if you got some other crit stuff going on, like crit eye, you can have quite a lot of crit. You get quite a lot of energy coming back, and attacking faster also helps with assassins doing more damage. So it just helps with a lot of stuff, energy, damage, anything that needs you to crit a lot to keep up. So yeah, this is really good. This is actually really good. I like this skill. Now, where do I put this one? I think this is great. I think it's going to go in A. I think it's going to go somewhere in here in A. It could even go to S, actually. I think we need to look at some A's. I think 1 or 2 can go up to S, but I definitely think it's in this range. I think it's really good. I really enjoy it. Now, we're on to our last skill. Way of the Empty Palm. Elite enchantment spell. 5 to 20 seconds. Your offhand and dual attacks cost no energy. 5 energy. Core cast time. 10-second cooldown. So it lasts double the duration pretty much at 15. This is pretty good. At 20 it lasts for 25. Now this is great because if you just have a lot of offhand and dual attacks that cost big energy, this helps you to spam stuff. You can just keep spamming and spamming. Now there's a skill called Repeating Strike, which is an offhand attack. So this has no energy. You can just keep spamming it. But it does go and recharge if you miss that one skill, and it needs to fall in offhand anyway. Well, so it needs to go into offhand. So you can spam that actually. Wow, that's pretty cool. You can actually just spam that skill. So this just allows you to do stuff like that. Just to make the most of your energy, which is crazy. It's one of the best actually energy skills I've actually seen. This makes me want to play Assassin. I actually want to play Assassin now, guys. At first, I wasn't too sure about doing Assassin because I don't play Assassin normally. I don't know too much about it. But now, after this, I actually want to play Assassin, guys. I really want to play Assassin. So I'm actually quite grateful of doing this. I want to go through Camp Farm, doing fractions with my Assassin. I've never done that before. Like I said, I just used it for farming. Went straight to Eye of the North and I stay there. But let's come back to this skill here. I think it's a B. I think it's a high B though. I think it's really good. Might even be an A actually. I don't know. Assassins have a lot of A skills. I think it's an A. I actually really like that. Allowing you to spam stuff like that. I think it's really good. I very much like it. Now that brings us to the end of this tier list. But let's just do some last second revamping. Let me just have a look to see what I like the look of. I think Assassin's Promise is actually really strong, honestly. I think it's really strong. I think it has, I don't know, I think these 3 could go up. I think those 3 could really go up. We got Dark Apostate, which, I mean, it's also great, but I don't think it's S. I think these 3 could all actually go up to S if you really wanted to. I think they all just do so much for the class, honestly. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with all these 3 going to S like this because I think they all do so much. I don't think they hit the S+, but I think they definitely are S category skills because they're just really good. Honestly, they just do so much for this class. I think they're great. But let's have a look at the A's. Is there anything in the A's that we want to move about? Siphon Strength. No, I think Siphon Strength is an A. I don't think it's an S. Because you don't want to use it in everything. It's mostly for bosses, but it can always be used, obviously, but mostly for bosses. And apart from that, I think I'm quite happy. I was quite happy with everything else. But let's look at F. What's an F? What's actually the worst skill? Is the worst skill really hidden cantraps? Yeah, the worst skill is definitely hidden cantraps. I just had to look at it again, and it's garbage, goddamn. So that skill is gonna stay there, and we're gonna leave that at that. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Next video we're gonna do is Mesmer, which will be coming out later this week. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. This has been a lot of fun. I don't play Assassin much, but I think I'm definitely going to play Assassin now because I'm quite interested in the class. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.